Greetings everyone, my name is Addervale, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. In this weekly morning live stream, I'll be covering a combination of both Veersmith levels and some other levels I found online, primarily focusing on the former. I'll be doing this for about 2 to 2.5 hours, then I'll showcase some art on the Discord server. By this point, you all know the drill. Level Q is linked in the description below, whether you are watching on YouTube or Twitch. Welcome to the stream Jedot, Buster, Paul, Raccoon, Pixel Boy, J Butters, Jaden, Sunflora, all the lurkers, as well as anyone else who I missed. Welcome once again to the stream. As a reminder, I'll be going on a streaming vacation starting from the 27th of this month. So, to correct an earlier statement, especially relevant to Jaden, I'll have at least 3 days to cover Next Fest games on live streams. So, I will be able to live stream, for example, Demon Tides, the demo of it at least. I repeat, because I'm actually going on vacation on the 27th and the next fest upcoming one is starting at the 24th, I do have 3 days to live stream the stuff. And I'll do the rest off stream. Anyways, let us begin with this stage, Magnetic Gravitational Anomaly by G Pocket, 43 play, score 23. Wait up, Jaden. The full list of demos isn't even out yet. That's gonna be out in about a week from Monday. Unless the devs very specifically said which demo is already accessible, I'd highly advise waiting. Okay, this starts out pretty promising with the bombs and gravity. Previous stages... okay. Ooh, gotta be careful here. Honestly, we can be a gaming bin, everyone. Oh my goodness. Oh, would you look at that? Zero gravity. I was just thinking of, what's her name again? Ooh, using the bouncing to counteract it. I was just thinking of Vapor Woman's stage. So here's the schedule for this weekend. Oh no, we're being chased by lava. So there is a bit of a tension here. But that was cool. It was kind of gently rising, so you had plenty of time. As I was saying, my schedule for this weekend is as follows. Tonight will be the finale of Eden Genesis, unless something secret is showing up. Excuse me, let me defeat you. As I was saying, tonight will be the finale of Eden Genesis. Forced it to have the teleportation. Eden Genesis tonight, finale, ideally. Tomorrow morning, the finale of Partners in Time, also ideally. And on top of finales, assuming everything goes right, Tomorrow evening will be also the finale of Snow Bros. Wonderland. If you're watching this G-Pocket in post or right now, is this a stage you sent for the latest competition? The latest maker contest? Because this is pretty peak. Ah, darn it. My backup strategy. No way can... No, I can't. That happens, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I'd be happy to have you in VC, Buster. For the finale of Partners in Time. And yes, I double-checked, you were right. There was a mix-up with the ROMs all the while back, so all this time, I've been playing version 1.0. I can fix that for tomorrow's stream, by the way. The final way I realize this is because the date and time at the beginning of the game is incorrect for version 1.1. Not that I really realized it because I kept dealing so much damage to bosses. I mean, I've gone good enough with the copy flower. Okay, here it is. And I kind of... See, this is something I wish Vapor Woman stage had more of. A final section with the zero gravity like this that was more advanced. Like, this is cool. Oh my goodness. Crushed by a falling vehicle. I'm probably gonna have to also buff up on defense for the final phase. Okay, not this way. Oh, both directions, eh? That was a fun climax. Already starting very strong from G-Pocket. Everything was introduced fairly well. Escalation, recombinations, good as well. Climax was smashing. Could be improved, refined better, but overall, this is what I consider to be, at worst, an almost good stage. Or right now, considering the restrictions, functioning a good stage in, relative to Maker standards. Good job, G-Pocket. And from what I said, definitely my favorite level of the episode currently, even if it's the first one. It's gonna be kind of difficult for something else to compete with this. And some people say there's no more good levels in Maker being released. I may have gripes with how this engine's developed, but overall I still like playing it. Ah, so close. But the one thing that I would do to refine this a little bit more is to maybe add one section. But keep in mind, look at the amount of time I spent in the stage. It's over 6 minutes. That seems decently long enough to me. Sometimes I wonder if I'm part of that 0.01%. I played several thousand levels by far, and from this, looking back at the 7 years of Maker I've played since day 1, I played through thousands of levels, and there's still stuff being released in current year that I enjoy. It's certainly not the golden or silver years of this game, but it's not dead. It's not the zombie years yet. It's like the bronze years, I suppose. Without question, thumbs up. Second up is Rock and Rumble by Lorenzo. 65 plays and a score 28. 2 weeks till your birthday. That's good to hear, Paul. So much for that. Okay. Also looks pleasant. I swear that the previous stage was sent for the contest. I know that this stage was sent for the contest, so I will be doing it again later. Happy early birthday! Note that down for later. So far, a little bit more basic gimmicks compared to the last one, but it's still solid. What also made the previous stage quite pleasing to me was its more not exactly non-conventional, but less common usage combination of those gimmicks. At least for me, I barely play any stages that utilize the zero gravity gimmick, and that one uses it fairly well. Including stuff like the bouncy balls to push you downwards or upwards. Ah, darn it. I know it's up there. Like this one also has a fairly oh shoot, I didn't notice that. That could have ended in tragedy. As I was saying, this also has a very competently put together difficulty curve. Fire. Caution. Tops. Oh, that's neat. You may be able to afford it. Oh, that's wonderful, Jaden. Is it all? Does that include for Bronze's server? Well, 2 good uses at least, and can't wait for G-Pocket to actually join the stream again. They're a little bit preoccupied right now. I mean, I don't mind zero gravity, but it needs, like many other gimmicks, it needs to be used well. And unlike many other gimmicks, you have to be more careful with its use, so you don't end up making it frustrating or boring. This is one of the stages that understands its use properly. Ooh, sealing water. We sent our woman now. Now we just need for it to be moving. Now to say it's... Whoa! Okay, surprise laser. And yeah, I saw you got your first mobility upgrade in Afterimage. That game was discussed in Metroidvania circles a few years back. For Baldur's Gate 3, you have plenty upon plenty of people to talk about that with. Same with Wilds and Yakuza, or Like a Dragon, Majima's Pirate Quest. Doesn't that look a bit fishy to you? Is it possible to damage with street arrow? Yes! I knew it. Smiley face. Okay, compared to the gravitational anomaly level of featuring magnets, this started out a little bit more, how should I say, with a more common set of mechanics, gimmicks. But over time, it's gotten more unique with its stuff. I still wouldn't say it's as unique as the previous stage, so I'd rank it below that one. But overall, it uses its mechanics and escalations just as competently. Like, I have no issues with introductions, escalations, recombinations. Maybe the climax could be a bit better, but it's just more of a win than a loss. Like, I'd be happy to make this my honorable mention right now. If I can keep on the rollers, it becomes a lot easier. G freaking G. It was talked about quite a bit, Jaden, back when it was released, especially in Metroidvania circles. I mean, in many places it was tied for being the second or third best Metroidvania of its year, only eclipsed by Blasphemous 2. That explains a lot. Both Valentine's Day and Friday the 13th. Or Friday the 13th plus 1. So close. And yeah, I don't really discuss that many bigger budget games, as this channel's focus is more on Mega Man and indie titles. Well, Mega Man related ROM hacks and fan games. ROM hacking fan games in general, especially fan games in general, followed by indie games. Or, if I were to rephrase the order, it's Mega Man, followed by indie games, followed by fan games / ROM hacks in general. As for this stage, honorable mention. If it had a less combination of gimmicks, I would have put it above Magnetic. Number 3 up is Ultra Carrier 4 Central Tower by Sunflower Azumarill, 8th place, score 5. Yeah, Multiverse is shutting down. Shame, as from what I've heard in the latest season, they fixed many of its issues. Yeah, let's do this. The Mega Man Expanded Universe and Indies, featuring whatever the community wants me to play. Good point. The sad thing, Buster, is from what I've heard, with the latest season, they've fixed many, if not most, of the problems of that game. And of course, it's shutting down afterwards, go figure. I'm gonna see what's on the other side then. Let's reset to get full out. Oh boy. A little bit crowded here, I'll get there. There we go. Sorry, I thought the first time around the message didn't go. I'm turning into Jaden again, sorry. Alright, what's behind the sign? E and question. And a key. Oh no. Okay, today I learned that zero gravity doesn't actually work with the broom. You have to be firing a projectile. Which is fine here, but something to note. Rematch stage? Good question, I'll check it out next time. I don't have those, I'll test it when I get those. Well, if we're fighting them... Yeah, I thought so. Oh, yeah, rematches too. Deleted. No rematch for you. You've been erased. Ah, of course. They were smart. Alright, round 2. Let's see, catch up on messages. Well, they were sort of cooking with Frontiers. Afterwards, they got the correct chefs again, and the kitchen. Can't wait to keep exploring the Mega Man Expanded Universe at Indies. Yes, Pixel Boy. I've seen and played Mindwave myself. It's pretty cool. I'm doing fine, Power. It's a real shame, J Butters, because it started out promising, but they kept making bad decision after bad decision. I haven't listened to that, Power. I wasn't really alerted of that, and I don't really pay attention to those things. I don't really listen to vocal songs that much. Oh, hi, Endomizer, welcome. It was quiet but enjoyable. Crossworld's trailer looks better, but I don't know. We'll wait and see. Hopefully it's more like All-Stars Racing and All-Stars Racing Transformed. Especially Transformed was very good. I also saw your request. I also saw your suggestion for me to cover Metopia. Because of all the other requests in the queue, I'll have to think about it. Oh my gosh, that deletes that. Instantly. What was his weakness speed in? Okay, that. Oh shoot. Oh my goodness, yeah. Ah, I'm dead. I wanted to use that funny strategy. Well, it did work against Bubble Man, so we'll try it this way. Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, this kind of counters the Metal Blade. Alright, I'm out. And phase 2. Black hole. This is also Feng Shi's weakness. Oh no. Okay, it actually immediately breaks that out too. That's good. What is it, Jaden? Oh, if I use Flash Stopper, it disables anti-gravity. That is very important to note. I haven't seen any stages use that interaction, but that may be important later. Not sure. Okay, hey Metal Man. I mean, why not? Mirror Buster plus anti-gravity equals... Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Even if Mirror Buster doesn't technically fire a projectile, raising the shield itself counts as a projectile in the game's engine-wise. So, because of how fast you can basically mash it, you can obtain ridiculously high speeds with anti-gravity. See it, power? Get me onto the elevator. To the 34th floor, 35th. Oh. You can just hold in this instant? That's even more powerful. With Pile Driver, I can understand, but just being able to hold and have the effect is even more impressive to me. Shield weapon slash Con Flame Sword actually don't work. Everything else does. Rock. You know what? Yeah, I'm not there. Oh my goodness, this is getting tough. Got it. Okay. I probably reset a few enemies. Now for the second set of rematches. Last one doesn't work either. I can see why. Charging still moves me, but doesn't change in speed when I'm out of it. Are you weak to your own weapon? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, you're gonna do that. That countered you? Perfect. You cooperated a lot with this fight. Help. Flipping, warping. That wasn't so bad. One second has passed. I'm dead. I reacted too slowly to the spikes. Take two at this. I don't think this is weakness. It would be funny if it is. Oh shoot. Oh no, that's actually a big problem. Or not. I'm gonna guess his weakness was either the bomb or the missile. Bomb then. Oh boy. I keep saying oh boy when in reality it's not actually that much of an issue. Especially when you can lure them like that. Too cool and too heavy. Being denied by the door. I'm sorry, Jaden. I apologize if it was something we said. I'm getting sniped by that thing now. Can you let me in? Man, this is turning into the best ceiling defense. Okay, I'm in. Right, fire. Oof. Not quite that. I see you. Oh boy, here we go again. Oh. That's a bit of a pickle we're in. Oh. Let me out, let me out, let me out. Before he started shooting. 47th, 48th, 49th, 510th, 51, 52, 53, 54. Don't mind that we passed by the 510th floor. Space is warped and time is bendable. My reward for getting all the keys. Statues of the Mega Man 1 RMs. Bondman and whoever this guy is. I understand that feeling, Jaden. At certain points, I realized that pause. Gonna be real now. I sometimes feel the same way. What worked for me is realizing that just bottling up that anger doesn't really... I either try putting it to more productive use or realize that holding it won't really change anything, or worse, it'll just make me unhappy for really nothing. But again, that's just me. I have many criticisms of myself, and the current world's, the many maladies that affect the world. Okay, it's the Mega Man 4-1, and I slide right in. Join me. I know those are up there, I don't care. Hey, you shot me during the intro. That's cheating. Okay, fine. We're doing it your way. Goodbye. Solid landing to the Ultra Carrier. Previous stage is a little bit confusing with going through the various rotations, but this was a solid mixture of a rematch stage and getting through the rematch sections. Oh, I've done this stage before. Just one more after that. That makes sense. Sorry. Powered up is Welcome to Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's Island Intro Level Remix by Nuclear Stomp. 50 plays, score 21. Do they mean Yoshi's Island for the SNES? If it is, it's a lot more mountainous than I remember it being. Why did it disappear for a few seconds? What's behind this door? It's accurate in terms of stage design itself, but in terms of aesthetics, it seems like it's a lot more... I don't know, it doesn't fit. It feels like we're in World 5 of... It feels like we're in World 5 of Yoshi's Island. Or it feels like, what if the first stage actually took place in World 5 of Yoshi's Island? Alright, this time run past. Ah. Hi. Yeah, I know, they made it, they said that it's gonna be much more simple. So, because of how short it is, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna cover another stage by Nuclear and you'll see the difference. Fifth up is Welcome to Yoshi's Firewall, Yoshi's Island Intro Level Remix by Nuclear Stomp. 21 play, score 5. So, time for the remix. Now the whole now the whole stage is burning down. Can I make it out in time? Especially after I screwed up that jump. I can't. Take 2. Can't wait for Buster to chime in and say, another example of one of these boring remix stages. Let me out! What? What just happened? It just deleted the firewall. What? What happened? Thank you for cooperating, Buster. Alright, the firewall's brother is back. And it... then... I think I'm missing something. How am I supposed to beat this stage now? What's... Clearly the stage was beatable before. Otherwise, how was this uploaded? If you're watching this in post-nuclear stomp, please leave a comment below explaining what was the intention here. I'm checking the map. Like, the exit's behind that door. Checking the top at the start of the stage. Well, the firewall's gone for now. Yeah, okay. Something really baffling's happening. Okay, I'm opening up the level in WebMecha's website. I don't see anything that I can collect that would assist the problem. I understand I have to hit all these targets to actually get the stuff needed to get out of here, but I don't know what happened. Either they got extraordinarily lucky when beating the stage, or a future update broke the level. Because I understand what they're trying to do here, it's just, as you can see, the camera boundaries, the wall boundaries, the firewall bit, and now the end of stage gate is broken. Oh sure, Buster. So, I don't know if I would blame nuclear for it, or the engine, or both. For now, I'm gonna blame the engine. Regardless of that, however, that's the most interesting part of the stage, unfortunately. Which is bizarre, Sunflower, as they have the correct color for the key door directly right of them. I swear they were supposed to give you the key. At least 3. Alright, time to be real a bit. One sec. Your therapist told you to hang up with people who share different points of view, to work in your anger management. I don't... Are you sure that's what they said? That doesn't sound exactly healthy to me. I think what they said was... I think what they meant, or were actually saying, is you should stop communicating with people who have points of view that are vehemently or strongly incongruent with yours. Or to put it another way, they disagree with your opinions quite strongly. I can understand that. But just those who share different points of view, I don't think that's right. Sure. Before I do Oscar's level, I'll do this just to see what's happening. Alright. I don't think that's the problem, Paul. I think something else happened. Yeah, Buster. You can... I understand for anger management, temporarily... If you're suffering badly from anger issues, the temporarily taking a break from those who you vehemently disagree with is fine, but just those who just don't have the same points of view, I disagree with. I disagree with a lot of things many people say, including stuff in the chat. I just try not... Most of the time, I just avoid getting angry at it. Maybe I get exasperated, or just play it up for comedy's sake. Otherwise, not really enraging. Respect is the main important thing. Hey, Patio. Anyways, next up is Zumi's Work in Progress by Buster, freshly uploaded. I know exactly what this is leading up to. Yes, jet engine activated. Whew. Let's do this the right way now. And of course, because we're being classic here, cut mine tiles. Oh my gosh, I can already see the dyed Kaizo levels and Kaizo levels made with this in mind. Send those to Mega Marino first, please. Oh my gosh. Let's see... Stop. Oh my... ambushed. If you can speed up ascent, then you pretty much... you fixed it. Yeah, like the match blast. I don't think that's supposed... Hang on. That's what happened. Whee! That was my bad. Work in progress. So, basically the way the firewalls work is on the first... Technically on the zeroth frame you spawn on a screen. There over there. And just before the first frame starts, they're moved off screen. However, if I enter the next section with the time stopper activated, we never get to the first frame. We're still on frame 0, so we see the firewall. I'm using frame 0 as a colloquial term. That's not literally what it is. It's just the cleanup work before frame 1 of the section starts. Yeah, human experience can't be explained or improved in brief text. It takes hundreds, if not thousands upon thousands of discussions in academia. Work in progress, very solid. And hilarious. One more stage and I'll take a short break. Not this one. 7th up is DK94 Rocky Valley by Oscar. 20 play, score 5. Alright, yeah, I'm reusing some of the... I never actually removed some of the NSF sent by PJ, so you're gonna hear this. To be fair, I kinda like this over to what it was originally anyways. And, to be fair, I think it works. Spin! Huh? Yeah, wrong one. This year's gonna be interesting as I'll finally get around to playing a bunch of games which I've been promising to play for pretty much years now. Whether that be very solid indie titles or some of the foundational games that many games I've covered on the channel are directly inspired by. Wow. Epic screw up. How did I make it? Oh, I'm actually supposed to do this. Don't know why we have spikes on the right end. Oh boy, it's you again. You know, wait. Gotta try a different strategy. Too early. Got it. Perfect. No! I pressed jump, but I didn't do it fast enough. Fine, we'll do it the early way. Fine. It's not actually that hard to do it this way. Let me through, let me through! Legend of Lana, yeah, I've heard. Who am I picking as the playable character? Depends on what the viewers say. As the games have been promising that I really want to cover this year, one of those games is of course, well, two of those games are of course Shovel Knight and Hollow Knight. And probably Symphony of Night as well. And before anyone makes the joke, no, I'm not covering Fight Night this year, probably not. Oh my. Nope. Top. Off screen, wasn't it? Also, ouch. Yeah, it's one of the games that Let's tried for Steam Next Fest years ago. Again, tiptoeing is a little bit more finicky, so I have to be careful. Oh, fine. Do this. Let me out. That's all I want. Wart. Being patient didn't kill me this time. Flight Night? What? What is Flight Night? Here you go, here's a link. The one with the Angel Halo, you need to be more specific about. At the moment I wanted to go. I think you may be confusing me for a different YouTuber. Or streamer. Why is it... Is there a timer? Yeah, there is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I thought it was just preemptively doing it as... It's getting really suspicious. I did a Let's Drive it many years ago if you want to check it out. Anyways, going back to it, I'm very likely going to be covering Shovel Knight this year. Probably alongside also Hollow Knight. Although, I'm questioning whether I should do Symphony Knight first before Hollow Knight, but then I realized, oh wait. Before I do Symphony Knight, I want to do Rondo of Blood. And, before I want to do Rondo of Blood, I want to do Castlevania 4 first. So, yeah, I'll probably do Hollow Knight first because I've already played a few indie Metroidvanias which take heavy inspiration from Hollow Knight anyways. So it's fine. I hate that you're right, Sylv. Oh, you mean Oreo. Let me send you the link for that too. Although, it has DKC inspirations, it's mainly Sonic. And precision platformers. Me and Joe did a combined Let's Try of it. Where's the duo coming? Oh, that was easy. Like, this is kind of a joke compared to the first version. First round. I know I criticize boring remake stages. At least the DK series of levels are a lot better, or they work better with Mega Man Maker's confines and limitations compared to the Kirby ones, which just felt kinda basic and boring, all things considered. Ah, that's the shadow. What? Huh? Let's try it again, shall we? Oh boy. Yeah. True. This works better because it has a slower pace, more methodical puzzle focus. So the translation works a lot better. Plus, most of the mechanics that are featured in that game, they can be roughly replicating this engine. Aha, there's the key. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Yeah. And there are upvote farms for unwitting people, or people who don't care and just want to replay their favorite stages, but in Maker, despite not actually being done well. It can be done, but this is not how you do it. Oh no. Well, this is a bit awkward. If only the craze didn't despawn off screen. There's a way to cheese this, but I can't reach. See, okay, go ahead, Jaden. I'm listening. That's the problem. Almost. Okay, give me a sec. I think I know what to do, but I'm going to take a short break. Alright, let's see what you said, Jaden. I can see what you mean by... I can see the resemblance, although I think there are some important distinctions. I understand the temptation of making a mega game or something that's super refined to the point of quote-unquote perfection. But saying everyone else is suffering is simultaneously accurate and at the same time not quite the same. With Magma Tree, there was the whole situation where all the contested levels were kind of being held hostage, in a way. No, hostage isn't the right way of saying it. They were being held in limbo, waiting for the game to be actually done and released. And in the case of two people who got, at least one person who got ill, there was a real concern that they wouldn't live to actually see the game being released. Here, though, with Silksong, I don't really see outside contributors to the game itself, waiting for the game to be released before they expire, so to speak. So it's a little bit of a different situation, and it's not like Silksong ran a Kickstarter, in which case it was more of a financial duty. In this case, it's more like eager fans waiting year after year after year for the sequel to their beloved game to come out. Which is unfortunate and sad, but I feel like it's a different situation, different ballpark. And yeah, the radio silence says a lot. I understand not wanting to rush things, but having consistent announcements is a good thing. I understand, okay, you don't need to have like daily or weekly announcements, but something every few months would be nice about progress. And just because you don't have a quote-unquote solid release date, that doesn't mean you can't update your followers on what's happening. I'm just saying from the perspective of comparing to other games and how to run a business, I guess. Like, you do want to keep your loyal customers. I hate to use the word quote-unquote loyal customers in the know of what's happening. It doesn't have to be that often. You can do it like Toby does. That's kind of a main reason why the memes are there. It's not just because of how long it's taking. It's the rather inconsistent and frankly understated amount of announcements of what's happening. Now, I can totally understand that they want to spend the extra time necessary to build their game, and I understand that feeling, but could we at least have a little bit more responses with what's happening? It's concerning, but that's just my perspective. I know also fans are kind of impatient too. Really, I don't really care if it releases or not. Hollow Knight 1 has already made its mark on the indie game sphere. Well, not just indie, but also more non-indie spheres. It's influenced hundreds, if not thousands, of Metroidvanias following it. And I dare say a lot of games have already fulfilled the void that Hollow Knight 2, aka Silksong, has created, even if the people who played those games don't realize it right now. X-Corrupted has a different situation. Okay, I'm gonna turn down the volume a bit. X-Corrupted is in a different situation because even though X-Corrupted has moved through two different engines and has been in development for almost what feels like a decade, we have actually seen progress reports. We've actually seen videos of the bosses, stages, weapons, enemies, mechanics. We've seen that semi-consistently over the past few years. Much more frequently in Silksong, so at least we know the game is not dead. It's stuck in basically development hell, sure, but we're seeing progress. It's same in the sense that it may never come out, but it's different in the sense that we're actually seeing stuff happening. We're seeing tangible stuff happening. Well, tangible may be giving a little more credit where it's due, but at the very least, from what we've seen with X-Corrupted, we have fan vids, basically. I understand that, Jaden, but I don't quite hold it in the same way because with Magma Tree, those two people who could have died waiting for their levels to be released, they created their levels and they submitted it to Magma Tree itself. Whereas with Silksong, those people who perished waiting for the game, for example during COVID, they didn't contribute content to the game itself. So they're more divorced from the game. They're more divorced from the game, so I hold it as a less serious matter. It's one thing if a fan never gets to play It's one thing if a fan isn't able to end up playing the game they really wanted to due to sadly dying. It's another if it's a person who developed the game doesn't live to actually see the game being released. But it is a loss on the devs' part, and on the fan side though, they have plenty of alternatives to play to Hollow Knight. I know it's sad wanting to wait for the game to come out, really wanting to play it, but I dare say there are multiple games that can sort of or fully fill the void, even if the people don't know it or don't realize it yet. With Magma Tree, I keep pulling the situations different because those two people literally contributed to the game directly itself in a tangible way. And that's true as well, Jaden. We don't want a situation where we repeat, for example, Duke Nukem Forever. I know I hate to keep bringing up that example, but that's the most famous one. Oh man, Sunflora, that sucks. I keep wanting to bring that Buster because of how of an epic cluster truck that development cycle was. Oh my goodness. That should be in the books of how not to develop something. Wasn't that basically 5 different games during the Assault development cycle? Maybe I'm overstating or understating. Yeah, part of it. Unfortunately, it's not Pitcher's. Unfortunately, it was not just Pitcher's fault, but he was a lot of it, so F him. Man, it could have been 5 actually decent games at the very least. I know we criticize X-Corrupted for switching engines, but it's actually... I know we criticize X-Corrupted for switching engines, but at least they kept their vision, mostly. There's continuity there. And yeah, developing games does cost a lot of money, and the only reason frankly, one of the other only reasons why Silksong's been able to be cooked in the oven for this long is actually due to how much money they got from Hollow Knight releases. Otherwise, they would have released Silksong by now, if not Silksong's DLC. Like, if you want an example of another company who became an indie darling and still is, but is actually developing stuff at a consistent schedule, keeping people in the know of what's happening, look at Shovel Knight. Like, Shovel Knight's also an indie darling. I think it predates Hollow Knight. Let me check. Yeah, it predates Hollow Knight by about 3 years or so. Shovel Knight, upon being released, became an indie darling. But the main thing that distinguishes itself is how Yacht Club Games and friends actually kept people in the know about updates, and how they fulfilled all their Kickstarter promises, had at least 4 different expansions, and at least 2 different spin-off games, and has already pretty much hinted to the fact that we're going to have a Shovel Knight 3D, not to mention Mina the Hollower is in development. See, look at all those expansions and games being released in this time frame, whereas Hollow Knight it's just one game with a DLC, with a pretty smashing DLC, but I don't know. Oh yeah, and also and not to mention their publishing efforts. See, even I know Shovel Knight, I know Yacht Club Games and Friends had 3 more years, but honestly, with all the time Hollow Knight has, the devs, Team Cherry, they should have been able to put out at least 1 or 2 more games. I say should, I'm comparing to other indie developers. I understand what the whole thing about wanting to make your best effort refining, but remember to balance out quality and quantity. Heck, even Way Forward. I know Way Forward's games aren't necessarily as quality as Shovel Knight, but they're more consistent. Oh yeah, can you elaborate, Buster? Oh yeah, Jay Butters. Okay, so originally... Okay, before I go back to the stage, hold on, Oscar, I'm getting to your stage. Okay, let me explain. Originally, Mega Man X Corrupted was written in ActionScript 2, aka Flash, Adobe Flash. However, because of updates, they updated the engine to ActionScript 3, aka the latest and greatest version of Adobe Flash, but, Adobe Flash was discontinued by Adobe, so... it forced them to move the engine to, I think, Hax C++. So that's where they're currently on right now. So yeah, originally, X Corrupted was actually a Flash game. They had to move to a later version of Flash, and then they had to move over to C++/Hax because Flash was discontinued. That is something I'd say is a justified engine move, but still kind of funny. I gotta eventually play the Shantae games, to be honest. Alright, let's get back to the stage now. Sorry for the 20-minute detour on everything. Oh boy. I screwed up. Go ahead, Buster. We'll try our best. Question is, will you be able to find information a way forward first, or I'll be able to escape from the screen first? I understand many of Flash's issues. Like, oh my goodness, it could have been developed. Oh my goodness, there were so many security flaws. Okay. That's my ticket out of here. But gosh, we left behind so thousands upon thousands of Flash games. Thank goodness we have stuff like Ruffle and Flashpoint. Okay, Omogus. Omogus 2. Do you at least know the name of the podcast? Right now it sounds like just trust me, bro. I trust you enough in this situation, Buster, but I would like more concrete proof of what's happening. Oh, no, not the Pippies. They ate it. Just send me one source, then I can, elaborate. Oh yeah, I'm not risking it. Get me out of here. Victory! So of course, we have the crewmate from Amogus. Yeah, it's a funny joke there, but you could have probably put it on a previous screen. Yeah. I kind of botched that section, that's why it took so long, so my apologies. Alright, I'm gonna take a short pause, and I'll be right back for Genox level. I have returned. Let's continue on to the last part of the stream. Oh yeah, as a reminder, tonight the finale of Eden Genesis. Probably 5 stages left. Tomorrow morning, the potential finale of Partners in Time. Hopefully Buster will be available in BC. And tomorrow evening, if our cards are pulled right, the finale of Snow Bros. Wonderland. Can't believe this weekend ended up being the weekend of finales. Like 3 game finales this time around. Don't know how we lined it up like that. Anyways, 8 up is Craven Forest by Genox74. 48 plays and a score of 17. I was misreading the number of score number as the play. 2024? Hang on a sec. Before I'm gonna redo this in a moment. When was Eden Genesis released? Yeah, 2024. August. Okay, from the top. 8 up is Craven Forest by Genox74. 48 plays and a score of 17. I don't know if I'd listen to top 15 indie games of 2024. It's of the ones I played, at least. Of the indie games I played on the channel, of course it'd be in the top 15 because I didn't play that many indie games. That is something I'm going to have to fix. Being able to cover more of the indie titles on stream, and saving the edited versions for the best of. Well, sooner rather than later, when I'm on vacation, I am going to be editing the playthroughs of Mega Man X8 16-bit. Probably even sooner. Okay, nice forest tile set. And thank you for darkening the background so it doesn't distract from the foreground. Good choice. I really want to like Eden Genesis more, but there's 3 things that kind of bring it down for me. Oh yes. As I said, the unnecessary 3-second timer always during the combat missions or combat levels. Wanting the option to enable or disable wall running. And being able to customize the UI more. Be able to make it more like Celeste, I suppose. 2, 3, 4. Straightforward. Wanted to make sure the game wasn't pulling a fast one on me. Of course, part of my issue is also a skill issue. As you are all well aware, I am not good at precision platformers. As most of you are well aware by this point. My favorite indie game of last year was... It's basically a tie between Dead of a Wish and Ant Dawn Blast. And that's saying something. Okay, my favorite indie game last year is a tie between Dead of a Wish and Ant Dawn Blast. Specifically covered on the channel. I see you. Favorite game last year, of course, was Superstar Saga, but still, that's very solid. I am eventually going to get around to another Crab's Treasure. Before I do that, I want to cover some easier Souls-likes because, oh goodness. From what I played in the demo, I think that's also because I couldn't really I think part of the reason why the demo was so difficult is because I couldn't upgrade my main character's abilities, stats. So I ended up with a much tougher experience. Nine Souls is also something I'll get to, but only after Hollow Knight. I'm sorry. And also, I don't want to play another really difficult game that soon. Oh, you couldn't find it? If you can find any source that talks about how WayForward's having some business problems, let me know. Nine Souls also has apparently a decent story, and its gameplay loop is it's basically Sekiro. Remember all the time we discussed remember all the time we discussed games like whether they're Souls-likes or not? Nine Souls is basically a Sekiro light. What? Well, I saw that joke, I saw that joke, Jay Butters, and I think you may be confusing with another game. Unfortunately, the sad thing, Buster, is that the dodge roll in this game is actually worse than... The sad thing is, the dodge roll in this game is worse compared to most Souls-likes, actually. Even in the games that don't really... Even in the Souls-likes that don't really give you that many iframes to the dodge roll, you can at least... In most of them, you can spam... Excuse me. In many of them, you can at least spam it, as long as you have the stamina. Again, insert my rant about how Roll's special ability is actually a downgrade compared to her brother's, when really it should be just an upgrade. Oh no! Oh. Ouch, ouch. Let me out of here. Whew. One of the most visually impressive stages in this episode, and it did a great job distinguishing the background from the foreground. Like, I dare say this looks better than Magnetic and Rock and Rumble. Oh, things are going well, Metahan Doran, Master 48. Okay, your level's been added for next week, Sunflora. Yellow Taxi Goes Rome is a rather interesting game, but I want to play some collectathons before it. It's a non-traditional platformer, sure, but it certainly has settled down its niche, carved out it. Bow is an interesting game. Gestalt is one of those things where I'll have to... I think I'll have the best perspective of Gestalt once I play a DS Castlevania game. When I say DS Castlevania, I mean DS Igavania. Whether that be Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, or Ecclesia. Level doesn't exist, Sylv. But I get the joke. How many levels in the queue left over? Just 2 more. 2 more, then I'll have to loop over. So if you submit it now, I'll likely be able to cover it at the end. Okay, it's time. 9th up is Mega Man Animal Rage 2, Wily Safari Fortress 4, Cryogenic Room, Lila Patio, 44 plays, and a score of 16. That reminds me, I gotta eventually play Mega Serval. Oh yeah, also, as for the April Fool's games, I'm thinking of actually covering Proto Man's Adventure alongside Royal Boss Rush, because why not? Alright, it's Base's time to shine. It's April Fool's, Sylveon. That's where seriousness goes to die a bit. Oops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let me out. Okay. Definitely not how you're supposed to do this. Wow, the worst of both the results. Double hit. I don't get 2 shots of this, seriously? That's rude. Let's cheat a bit. Yeah, I do get a second shot if I just press the button. Whoops. I don't know if it has cheats, but latter is probably true. As for those games, well, it depends. Excuse me. Quick question. When is the next Steam spring sale? Oh my goodness. Warriors long? Let me, gonna take a break. Let's see. Steam Spring Sale. March 13th, okay. Well, if Squirrel with a Gun is on sale, I'll purchase it. How about that? No, I'm dead. What? Where was the checkpoint? It was right after that screen, wasn't it? To be fair, the stage itself doesn't have that much instant death, so I shouldn't really be criticizing it that much. I can't be that critical. Is it spoiler-free? What? I've seen a playthrough of it already, so I know roughly what to expect. Man. Right, I could just use this to spam. Unnecessary damage. Let's cheat again. Right, I should have used this before. There, see? Now it's easy. Of course. Knowing me, I just... I knew that was gonna happen once. Okay, teleporter room. This will... send me to my death. Oh, what? Wait, what? Okay. No, I'm dead. When I say I'm cheating, that's when I'm saying I activated my cheat mode and just turned on absolute auto fire versus my normal fire. Note that down. Like if you have an manual, if you have an automatic auto fire, the shine becomes absolutely busted in many scenarios. Yet. I have 2 fire buttons, and if I really need to pull out the stops, I have an automatic one. Okay, yeah. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Hi, do you want pain? Here's your pain. It sends you all the way back into debt. Also, no weapon pickups, because why not? Because we don't allow you to have that. Like, that one is nasty. Like, do you know the one thing I do here is actually put some weapon pickups? Like, don't turn off the ability to get new weapon energy if you're just gonna give no weapon pickups. If you're gonna give no weapon pickups during the checkpoint, because now you're just kicking the player when they're down. The only place you can just farm up is on the left side after repeatedly perishing. Even many classic fan games aren't that brutal to suppress the pickups like this. I understand not wanting players to break things, but there's a point where it becomes kind of excessive, and this is kind of one of them. Alright, let me out. Water. I'm getting pulled by that bird. You know what? It's not working. I just want to take care of that cannon. Okay. That's not what I wanted to do exactly. Let me out, let me out. I wasted that, but I at least got through here. I don't mind the challenges, I just find why do we need to excessively prevent weapon usage? Like, if you really want to, just give a small weapon energy there. I can understand putting a drop suppressor there because you don't want players to get screwed over by, you know, drop button input restoration issues. But then there are situations where the special weapon's supposed to make the section easier, but you can't really use it because you're out. Even classic games and most fan games don't do that. In that case, if it's just because of the trouble boost, you can prevent it by just having a weapon setter instead. That way you can set every other weapon excluding the trouble boost. Just keep jump. Oh no. You want me to do it this way? Fine. We'll do it this way. And it die. Once again, these levels are not quite designed for me, and their design philosophy doesn't fit. We've discussed it many times, and I'm not really changing my mind. Lapatio's not changing her mind. That's what I should have done. Jump here, jump here. Okay, checkpointing is now more generous. Thanks. Okay, why is this suddenly nicer? Why is this not instant death? I'm just confused with the consistency here. I guess it's because this is an even tighter jump. That's an issue with most of the patio stages. I honestly think they need some more. They really need more playtesting. Because oftentimes the challenges themselves are fine, quote unquote fine, albeit quite punishing in terms of precision. My issue with them more has to do with how they're ordered and weird checkpoint placements. It really feels like they mainly suffer from a lack of playtesting. That's what all my criticisms really narrow down to. Yeah, the jump is harder. I don't like this jump either. Because of how the collision boxes work, the teleporters are on the more generous side because the devs wanted players to actually go in to be able to hit the teleporters more easily. Unfortunately, it results in situations like this one where it makes it more difficult because, okay, look at the gap. I want to show. Pay attention to the gap between the teleporters. It's one gap wide. It's my arch nemesis. I have to do a one gap jump at the left side and a one gap fall on the right end. It's doable with the enhanced mobility, sure, but it's very tricky. It's doable, but oh my goodness. Also, you have ice physics on top of that. Joy. I want to say something. I want to push back on one point you made, Jaden. This is not for... I wouldn't say this is even for the wide public. Most of the patio stages are designed for a rather specific audience. Diet Kaizo and Kaizo players. So, despite the many criticisms I'm giving, they're probably kind of falling on deaf ears anyways because I'm not even the target audience. Really, then the question becomes, why are these levels sent to me? Yeah, the ice physics are just a cherry on top of making this more punishing. You're making it sound way easier than it is, Lepadio. Again, you're coming from your perspective, which is more experienced with this sort of thing. I'm not. Because just jump when the winds pull you doesn't really help when you have the position. You have to worry about positioning too. See? Okay, almost there. There. Again, Lepadio, what you consider to be easy is not... What you consider to be simple isn't necessarily simple. You need to understand that. I'm dead. Should have brought up my cheat tool. Okay, I'm down. I'm hesitant to use this because of what's coming up next. And Spike's there too. See, whenever you say these instructions, Lepadio, you're making the implication that it's kind of simple, like saying, just jump when the wind pulls you. That doesn't really help. I get that already. There needs to be much more explanation with that, like, where do I jump from? Alright, I'm true. Mercifully, the checkpoint was right here, and that's pretty generous, but I agree with it. Now, here's the thing. It's also possible to do... I think it's also possible to do that without the owl, but oh my goodness, then it becomes even more Kaizo. I make combination of fun and criticism of this because I want you, Lepadio, and the viewers to understand where the stage succeeds and where the stage is certainly designed for a different audience, and despite what some are saying, the considerations are made for that audience specifically. But the main things I'd say overall that need to be resolved are, this really needs more playtesting and to rearrange some of the challenges a bit. And understand that, okay, no trouble boost here. Mega Marino is interesting. Like, I kind of understand where they're coming from in terms of Kaizo stuff, Diet Kaizo. I don't quite understand where they come from in terms of fan games exactly. Well, that's the point, Lepadio. If the playtester suffers that much, maybe you should make the stage easier. Like, I will readily admit that I screw up more often than I should, not just in terms of gameplay, but also sometimes in terms of commentating. And I thank you viewers for catching me on that, or calling me out, or asking me to clarify my positions. That's helped on many occasions. Oh my goodness! The closest thing I had to a breakdown was, I guess, the ending of Eterna Noctis, because oh my gosh, final boss. If I just held right! Almost absolute peak level. I don't know if I said the first one, but the latter one, yeah. That is something I do need to talk about more because of how I have to go through the levels in a roughly timely manner, I don't get as much time to talk about the stages individually and go more into detail about why I appreciate them or not. So sometimes, more often than I would like, I kind of flub and don't explain as well. Like, I would like to go into more detail of why I really like G Pocket Stage as well as the Lorenzo's. Like, almost good to some... And again, whenever I say those ratings like decent, almost good, or good, I'm coming from a bit of a harsher perspective. Like, other people would probably consider those good. And frankly, I think, like, compared to Marino, I'm a lot harsher with what I consider to be, quote-unquote, good level design. Absolute Peak Stage... Okay, when I say Absolute Peak Stage, and I'm not being sarcastic, it's in the sense that I enjoyed the stage so much that, and I don't really find that many problems with it, that I'll mark it as being amazing. Almost good as something where the stage is almost at the point of being, I'd say, good, very solid, but not quite there yet. Something brings it down. Of course, when I say that, I should define what's good. A good stage in my eyes is one that succeeds at being a Mega Man Classic stage, traditionally or not traditionally, without having any big issues that bring down the experience. They may have a few small issues at most, but overall, it hits the mark. Almost good is where it almost reaches that point, but it has one or more serious enough issues that it brings down the experience. But when I say stuff like almost at worst or almost at best, I'm basically saying it from a bit more of a subjective experience because, again, different people view different aspects of game designs differently, or the way differently. What I may consider to be a bigger problem, someone may consider to be less of an issue, and vice versa. And then, of course, there's some things I really like to see in stages which do influence my scoring, and also things I don't like, which also influence my scoring negatively. Anyways, I'm gonna try another go at this before perishing again. That was fast. Bruh. Let's see. Yeah, it does ultimately depend on what the creator is aiming for, wants for the level, and what audience they're actually targeting. That's why I'm trying to be a bit more objective with stages like this, which are clearly not designed for my interests in mind. Not all of them, however. I do appreciate Lepatio's levels of how they force you to use special weapons and interact with the environment / gimmicks / mechanics with more advanced setups. What happened, J Butters? Maybe from Von Mighty Gunvolt Burst, which I'm thinking of playing. Wait, he threw a meltdown over one of the... what? Send me more of the deets in DMs. Oh my goodness, I almost made it! There's the exit! Thank you, Self. The ad-libs wording there is hilarious. Thank you for the funniest unintentional joke to stream. Oh my goodness! You know, I could probably mash and get around. The best weapon to use here is the shield, I guess. I'd say to elaborate in DMs, because I don't want to go too much into drama and porting. To be fair, I don't even know what the dev is named anyways. Is it a I call them either A Menace or RX. My goodness. If I get hit, I'm dead. Wait, I'm gonna check something. Of course, doesn't work that way. New Menace is designed itself. Oh gosh, I can't really see what's happening there, but that causes problems. Especially when I've run out of blocks to use. Hang on, let me get past this room and then I'll figure out what's happening. I'll read the text and determine... Oh my goodness. Toothpaste. Wait. If I land on there and I meet the slide, I could just get there safely, can't I? Yeah, like that. Then it won't get knocked off. That's the thing I should have done earlier, then I can just damage boost. Oh my goodness. I think I found the strat. Yes, I did it! That's it! That's what I should have done 5 minutes ago. Okay, one sec. Stare at me having no weapon energy and 1 HP. Okay, whose levels were those again? Fatty 98's levels are decent at the very least. They're fun. Christmas ROM hack? Oh, you mean, okay, the Christmas mod and, Menace? What was Colgate pressing them on? Is it something else stupid? Like, I heard there was a Christmas fan game which may or may not have plagiarized some assets. Probably did. Dead. Is this a wait. Is this a repeat of the whole drama involving All for One? Because it sounds just like it. Okay, that was unexpected. So don't hit the mines if you don't want aquatic mine to... Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I made it to the bottom. Here, sometimes Lepadia hits it quite out of the park, but this one, like many of the other ones, it really needs more playtesting. Like, it could have ended after the last point, and that would have been a good climax, good enough, but now we have this one. That's why I say Lepadia's levels kind of feel like obstacle courses. Obstacle courses where the difficulty curve is sometimes randomized, and the challenges we face don't always have congruence to each other. As in, we may have a random selection of gimmicks that don't quite have a true line. Like, okay, we may have at best, we may have a difficulty progression, but there isn't really a true line between the challenges. I know this is a fortress stage and all, but still, you can have a true line. Okay, how do we get those mines to detonate before? Could you resend the level, Doiran? Just to be sure? Oh, what happened for All for One? Same thing as the Christmas mod. Apparently that stole a lot of assets, or didn't quite ask for permission from the original creators. I know... Oh, I was pulled in. Thank you. All for One's interesting in the sense of the sheer number of assets it includes, and, how the assets aren't designed to play with each other quite a bit, because they were taken from other things. Like, I know there are a few assets taken from Baby Jeff's mod. And I don't want to discuss the maker community on the Discord side, because that's going to take another time, and if I can ever get past the screen, I'll be happy. Okay, how do I destroy the mines? So, if I shoot the mines, they'll get stuck. Maybe? Just want to move at the same time. If I get stuck here, I'll just use a level editor. Like, if it gets that repetitive, don't... Here's the thing, then how do I get past that section down there? I need something that allows me to get that onto the platform. Tap jump, please. See, I'm dead now. Maybe. Oh, no, I'm not. Ah, I wanted to tap jump. Didn't tap. Again, another issue is that these aren't really built up from the RM stages part of the pack. So we end up with situations like this. I think I know what the strategy is now, but again, this is something that could be resolved with playtesting, but unfortunately, as actions speak louder than words, it's not happening. Really, the only thing I could do that would force them to do it would be to disallow levels until they get it playtested more. And at least I don't need to worry about ice physics. It would be a lot easier if we didn't have to worry about owls everywhere. Again, could we mishap? I know, difficulty progression complaints. If I were to design this, I would have an easier section before this so players could get used to it. Like, at the start of the stage, have this section but without the fans to reintroduce this mechanic. Couldn't tell that I was being pulled or not. I'm gonna say this last, but I'm not gonna repeat it because it's a broken record. I think my main issue in the patio stages is not just in terms of the audience, it just feels like it was just... And I'll say it here, it feels like it was just designed for them. They didn't get it playtested, so they're just basing off of what they think is actually a decent challenge for themselves. And because of it, we end up with situations where you can't really anticipate as well what's happening or what's going to happen. Here's the thing, Buster. You actually play test. And I think also the goal is, regardless of what they say, they're really just making the stages for themselves and an audience that isn't really in the chat or is me. And because of it, well, I just don't find this fun. If you're gonna have something like this, get rid of the 1 HP limit. Just give me half HP or something. Like, okay, either get rid of the teleporters, or increase the amount of HP I have. Or do you know something else that also make this more enjoyable? Get rid of the teleporters and replace them with spikes. At least the spike hitboxes actually they're less generous. Remember, for the way the Mega Maker devs designed teleporters, they wanted players to actually be able to enter them, hence why the hitbox is actually slightly bigger than the graphic. Whereas with spikes, it's exacting. Well, more exacting. I'm just exiting. Oh, darn it, yeah. Well, in that case, instead of using spikes, just use the life setters and set them to 0. That'd fix it. Like, we already have those skull blocks earlier. Just use those instead. The ice block should not be caught with them. Okay, to rephrase the thing I was saying, I don't think it's that he doesn't get what makes difficult levels fun. The thing is, and it's not really an issue, it's more of an observation. It's what they interpret as fun is rather different for me. There is some overlap in the Venn diagram, but there's also a lot that doesn't overlap, and at this stage, a lot of it falls into that. If your future levels are like this, Lepadio, just don't send them, please. But send them to someone who would rather enjoy the stages a lot more. I get you want them to be showcased, but it's better for you to get them showcased by someone who actually legitimately enjoys playing through them. It's not really fun to watch me just get tired of over here. And that was the end of the stage. I was expecting that, so let's end it. And the patio, I keep asking you, and please do it. Get playtesters. I don't care where, just please get them. Otherwise, you're ending up with stages that are for a very, very focused audience that isn't here. Marino is one of those people, by the way. Marino's way more skilled in Maker than I am, and as such, they won't criticize. They are part of the audience that the patio is targeting. Oops. I can understand the J Butters, but the last time I made a stage, it went by pretty well, other than that weird bug. Oh my goodness. Oh look, a boss fight that's actually decently difficult. Trying to find your weakness. Got it. I don't want to necessarily say correct. Like, from my perspective, some of those things are correct, but also a lot of my criticisms come from the perspective that I simply don't find these sorts of levels enjoyable. I'm trying to be the nicest way of saying it that of course, then it comes to perspective that one of the important things when designing games, media... Okay, what do we do now? Oh, okay, I see it. One of the most important aspects in media is one of the most important aspects when making something for potentially others, is understanding who you're actually targeting. That is an important skill to have. Not everything is designed for everything. There's no one perfect pasta sauce. This is the same reason, for example, why I don't cover every single genre of indie game. Yeah, I see what I need to do here. Dive missile? Yeah. Left, right. Boss fight was actually suitably challenging in respect to the stage preceding it. I will say that. And I know it's tricky with some of the instant death, but that actually felt a lot more fair. I know it's forced weapon usage, but you get full refills anyways with the shark bot. Not an easy boss, normal. I'm gonna say this, Lepadio, please listen to my criticism and my thoughts here. If you keep ignoring it, I'm gonna stop playing your stages. I'm gonna put it there. I repeat. And for the last one, please listen to my criticism, otherwise I'm gonna stop covering your levels for a while. This is the nicest way I'll say it. Remember, communication's a two-way street. I don't know if it's my favorite chat anomaly. I'm gonna say this, and I keep saying I'm gonna say this, my apologies. I'm not really mad at the stage, I'm just more disappointed and a bit frustrated, I guess. Sure, let's end with this. So the 10th and final level of this episode is Crime Rate Skyrocketed, Seeking a Path to Dual Samurais teaser by Master48. 9 play score 3. Indeed, Buster. And it's not even just frustration. Interesting. Wait a sec. What? What happened? What? Why did I die again then? I understand the first time. What happened the second time? Okay. I would like to actually hear their perspective of what they're looking for in level design and how they design their levels. Okay. Speaking of design decisions, this stage is actually going a bit more on the trolley side. Not really the frustrating kind, though. Not exactly, at least. Just want to make sure of a few things, because now this is piquing my interest. If it is like a troll stage, then of course it's going to be messing with my interpretations of stuff. Oh, yeah. Follow the arrow. But you're right. Anger isn't frustration. Exasperation isn't also anger. It's more disappointment. Started out as frustration, became more disappointment. Shame, really. Like, the individual challenges, for the most part, are... Oh my gosh. Until damage spikes are added to the engine, this is how we'll implement them. Come on, devs, please add damage spikes. Let's completely botch this. Darn it. I should have not gone for it. Kinda wish there was a checkpoint there for a goofy perspective, but... Note to self, don't go there then. I mean, more formal damage spikes, I guess. Like, okay, sure, kill the player there, but put a checkpoint there for the goofiness. Like, I don't mind force killing the player if this is deliberately trying to be a troll stage, but be a bit more cautious with the player's time. Flipped off the platform. Okay, go down. Okay. Didn't know you could do that. These aren't actually spikes, are they? You know what? You know, Jaden, this is not your typical maker moment. This is different. This is deliberately making use of text editing and certain glitches to make this experience. Yeah, this looks rather similar, doesn't it? But it's subtly different. Yep. I knew it because there was that flying met tool, which wasn't there before. And... No. We're not done yet. Oh my goodness. You literally put a teaser trailer at the end, after the end of your stage. Okay, I want to repeat this. You literally put a teaser trailer for the rest of your stage following the end of your stage. You mad lad, you embedded that right in there. Oh my goodness. I knew this was... After dying a few times, I realized this was a troll stage, but more of the fun kind, messing with my perspective of Maker and Mega Man in general. Then we got to the end where you pulled off that feint, where you said, no, we're not done yet, and then you freaking embedded a trailer. Oh my gosh. That was a great way to recover from the previous stage, not gonna lie. Oh my gosh. Sixth stage. I see La Patio. I guess it's a audience thing. Yeah, Buster, I kind of feel the same way. I feel everything. Anyways, let's do a test then. So, of the 10 levels I covered in today's morning stream, my favorite one would be Magnetic Gravitational Anomaly by G-Pocket, with 2 honorable mentions going to Rock and Rumble by Lorenzo, and the previous stage by Master 48. Good job, E-Tree. And thanks to everyone who submitted your levels to me today. It's really appreciated. So before I end off, let me showcase the images in the art showcase. Happy Valentine's Day, Artman. Oh my gosh, it's only just a few steps away from becoming the Heart Devil. Or really, one step away. Make it to a tree. D&D based RMs. Katinos Woman, Gulhan Man, Plokami Woman, Chest Man, and Petal Woman. Ooh, Mimic Kraken. This some changes to Wily Fortress F. While it retains the design with some touch-ups like the skull jaw, the cliff gets a makeover. Wow, a little bit busy, but impressive. May want to maybe want to darken the right end of the background. In any case, this concludes the art showcase, and subsequently the stream. Thank you to everyone who either submitted their levels, submitted their art, or simply participated in chat. It's thanks to your continued support why I continue to produce new content for our channel. It is really appreciated. So, if you're enjoying this or any other piece of content on the channel, please rate, comment, favorite, and or subscribe, as they all help it out. Don't forget to follow me on Mastodon and Blue Sky as well, and join my Discord server, as I regularly post updates there. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all tonight.